Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Muse. Today's topic is titled, What Would It Look Like? What would I look like if I was organized? What would I look like without the static hair of this beautiful winter mess? No, it's not a winter mess. It's a fall mess. It's a static mess. It's wonderful, right? Just another season. I love this season because it is my absolute favorite. I love seeing the colors change. I love the reminder that all things fade away and eventually new life is breathed into it and everything reblooms. It reminds me of the bones. The bones started shaking and they all came back to life, and Jesus breathed life back into them. That's my thing. Okay. I love it. I love the fall. It is beautiful. My Aunt Mona's favorite time was fall, also. And I never understood why as a child. Now I get it. I couldn't see the beauty out of my small eyes, but now I do. Okay, so what would it look like? That is today's topic. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. So, my mentor, I was listening to her this morning. I try to get home in time so I can listen to her at 9 o'clock and then do my live at 9:30. But we all know my work situation this week has been crazy. So I listened to her instead of watching her. I listened to her on the way home from work, so I'm ready the minute I get home to dive in for y'all. And this morning, hmm, sorry, OCD twitch. I really want to go shut that door. Squirrel. This morning, let me just tell you, she blew my mind with the statement she had. So I wrote down the statement. I don't think it's word for word because I was trying to re-listen to it before I did this video. But she said, kids are our future. Right? We all know that. Kids are our future. But we are the grand masters of the future. Who is teaching the kids to become our future? Who is leaving behind what path they're going down for the future? That is mind blowing. I've never thought of it that way. Yeah, kids are our future. And you know what? It's always been, yeah, these kids are our future. And look at what's going on with them. They are just a ball of whatever right now. They must not have good parents. They must, whatever the thing is. It always seems to be a negative when we say the kids are our future. You and I, we are the grand masters of the future. It is up to us to teach them, to guide them, to love them, to leave the land the way it needs to be for them, which brings me to my point. Gosh, I had nothing to talk about this morning. I'm so glad I watched that this morning. Mind blowing. But she went in one direction with it. I'm going in another because that's what we do. We are who we are, and that's where we go with. So, what? I already forgot the title, and it's not any place. I forget what I titled this. But what would it look like? Wow, an extension from last night. What would it look like? If our kids are our future and we're the grandmasters, what would it look like if you saw that nasty post on Facebook or that thing that you're totally against and you scrolled past it? Do you realize when we don't like something on Facebook or on any kind of social media or in the newspaper, by commenting, you're giving it life. Those bones in the graveyard that Jesus breathed life into, he spoke life into them. Now, if you and I came up on a pile of bones, you thought, oh, it was on the side of the road. It's got to be like a raccoon or a deer or whatever. Would you sit there and go, It's coming alive. It's alive. You need to stand up and walk. No, we'd be like, oh, look at that roadkill. We would walk past it. We would move on. Now, Jesus could speak life into anything. But pretend that social media, whatever that garbage is that you're disagreeing with, is the roadkill on the side of the road. All you need to say is, that's roadkill, and scroll on past. Stop commenting on the garbage that you don't like. Commenting on it, whether it's I don't approve of this, no matter what it is, no matter what you say, giving it a thumbs down, that's giving it life. It's bringing it to the top of the feed. More people get to see it. More people are complaining about it. More negative energy is being spread out there. Is that the kind of future we want for our kids? We're the adults. We're the grandmasters. By the way, that quote was from Martha Krejci, my mentor. Why are you giving negative stuff life? Scroll on past the things you don't agree with and pay close attention to the things you do agree with. Sorry, I'm checking my bullet points. Oh, I already hit them all. We feel like we need to comment on something negative because we need to voice our opinion, right? I don't like that, and you need to know I don't like that. Here's a concept. If I see it's there and we're friends and I comment on everything that you put on, and I don't comment on that, that's speaking a little louder. Silence has a voice about it that is so loud and it's easier to hear. You might even get that if you comment on all their stuff and you didn't comment on this one, they might even call you and say, hey, did you see that post I put about this? Yeah, sure did. Well, what did you think about it? Well, I didn't think it was worth a comment. That's why I didn't post anything. Be the silent voice. Now, if you firmly believe in something, by all means, do you know how many people don't like my videos in the morning? I don't understand why. But there's a lot of people who jump on, go, oh, she's talking that stuff again, and they click back off. They don't leave negative comments. Of course, I'm pretty sure the people that do watch it every day would probably jump on them because we're here for a purpose. We're here for a motivation. We're here for love. We're here for support. We're here to learn. We're here to have energy. We're here to start our day with some positive stuff. So if you don't like it, but if you do like it, make it known. Oh, excuse me. Put it all over the place. If you believe in something, but here's the thing. Okay, I'm not going to say any specific groups, but because it's not even for a specific group. It is for specific groups, like a wide array category of groups. We have groups right now that are saying, this is how I want the world. We need to have this and we need to allow this and we need to take all this stuff down and get rid of it. And the other half of the people are going, no, we're against that, blah, blah, blah. And they're fighting. They're literally take it down. No, don't take it down. No, don't. I mean, they're just fighting, bumping heads. It's horrible. How about we ignore them and let them do what they want to do? We start our own thing. We're never going to throw a punch. We're never going to connect with them and be angry. Instead, we're going to be the better people and say, This is what we want. This is what we're going to push forward with. Now, these people might be just so nasty. Oh, no, you're against us. And no, we're not against you. We just have more love in our hearts. We don't want to fight you. We are going to go our way. You go ahead and we're not putting you down. We're not taking away from you. You do what you feel you need to do. But we are going to do the same thing. If you decide you want to come over here and get a hug and run back to your little group, that's fine. But it's when we're not listening to the other side that it becomes a problem. If I sit here and go, nope, I know what you're going to say. I don't even want to hear it. Then you're just as bad as they are. You have to be able to go in and say, I'm more than willing to listen to your reasons why if I am allowed to speak with you, give you my opinion. If we can have a conversation, maybe there are things about this that I'm unaware of that I may agree with you with. But you're so busy yelling at me and telling me I have to believe that way that I'm not hearing anything you say. So let's meet. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. If we still completely disagree, let's shake hands and walk away. And you continue fighting your fight, and I'll continue fighting my fight. But I'm not going to fight you. That's what we need to be teaching our children. That's what we need to be teaching our neighbors. That's what we need to be teaching everybody. Love. I don't care how much you hate what they are doing. They are still one of Jesus's children. They still belong to God. They're a child of God, whether they know it or not. God still loves them the same. We should be doing the same thing. You don't have to like anything that they're doing. You don't have to like anything that they're about, but they are a human being and they are misguided. In our opinion, they are misguided. They may think the same thing about us, but they're still throwing hate. We need to throw back love. I don't care where you stand on any of the subjects, shots, statues, presidents. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you think is right or wrong. What I do care is I love you. Jesus loves you. I am going to be here anytime you want to talk, but it will be a conversation, not an argument. Can't have a conversation with me? Guess what? I'm scrolling past. I'm going to walk past. I will no longer be next to you, by your side. I will love you from afar, on my knees in prayer. And I suggest that everyone does that because the only way that we can be the grand masters of our future is by leaving a future for our children. Start teaching love. I do care, but I'm going to say I don't care if you're a Christian. But I do, I really do. But my point to this is I don't care what your belief system is. How about that? That's better. I don't care what your belief system is. What you need to know is that if you are throwing hate out, you are going to leave this world destroyed. You think it's bad now. You have no idea what's coming in the future if you don't start reaching back and showing some love and some compassion for people. Be the grandmaster of our future by giving the kids of our future something to look forward to. Well, how was that for a Friday talk? Guys, I know sometimes I start getting really loud and really excited and looking angry maybe, but here's the thing. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not hating anything. I am so passionate about caring about people. So when my voice gets fluctuated and I get angry or sound angry, when I start yelling, when I start doing whatever it is, getting loud, hitting the counter so hard that the computer jumps, it's because I am so passionate about what I'm talking about. And I believe you are too if you're still here. I believe there is a way to change. First change is yourself. First, you have to reach in and say, what am I doing? What if I did scroll past that and didn't comment? What if I did just let them be them and prayed for them? What if I went up and gave someone a hug? What if? How are you living your life? If you're not in Heart's Discernment, I would suggest going over there, not tomorrow, not next week. I would suggest going over there right now. We are having a live conversation today. We are interviewing someone who's had a hard, deep, emotional past. And it's not me for once. She's an amazing woman. Her accomplishments brings me to tears. She is beautiful inside and out. She's been through some hard stuff I wasn't even aware of till recently. And I would suggest that you come over to Heart's Discernment. Let us get you in there. You have to answer the 3 questions to get in, but I would suggest getting in there, answering those questions now, because at 11 o'clock Central Time, we are going live and we're going to interview her and ask her about her hardships and how she got there and how she got out of there and what it did, how it changed her life and what she is doing now and the awareness that people need to know. I'm not even gonna give you the subject because that's not for public information. This is for people in Heart's Discernment. I hope you go over there. I cannot wait to talk. I cannot wait for this. If you're not in there though, I will be here Monday morning, Monday through Friday. So I will see you next week. Hopefully we'll be back to 9:30 a.m. starting Monday. If not, well, I'll be late. Set your subscription alarm and you'll know when I come on, okay? Have a phenomenal weekend. I love you all so much. And please, please, my challenge for you this weekend, just scroll past. Have a great weekend.